Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back to the Believe in Iowa State podcast. My name is Tyler Carter.
And I'm Eric Hessing.
Eric, thank you for coming on to the show. Cody had some prior engagements, so he will not be on the
Sure.
show today. Eric, how you doing, man? What have you been up to?
Well, Tyler, I'm doing good, doing very well.
Good, good.
Today, after church, sat down in my chair, getting ready to read, and I thought, you know what? I need to get a little college football fix in. So I went onto the YouTubes and typed in Devin Aroma should do college highlights. Do you know how much anticipation you have for the coming football season to type in Devin Aroma should do college highlights?
That is some sicko type stuff.
That's
I'm not gonna cap. Like
right
that's.
after I click search. I'm like, I need this. I'm like, I don't like. I I'm a I'm an ex Bears fan. I don't like Devin Aroma should do. I mean, he's fine. I mean, he's probably a good guy. Whatever. I don't know. There might be some news headlines that say otherwise, but I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy. I know he had like a big play or something, or maybe that was Bernard Berrian. I don't remember. I used to be a Bears fan, not anymore. Why am I watching Devin Aroma should do college highlights? It's because we got kickoff in 6 days, and it
Yeah,
can't come soon enough. It
you're right
can't come
about
soon
that.
enough. You're leaving tomorrow to go to Ireland. I'm
Yes,
staying back stateside to
sir.
watch the game. I'm ready to go. What are you
I
looking forward
am.
to in Ireland? What are you looking forward to?
Man, I think one of the things I'm looking forward to is talking to the locals, getting to know the
Okay.
locals, getting to know the culture of that place. And obviously, the two obvious ones are definitely going to the doing we're doing a distillery tour at Jameson, and we're
Okay.
doing a brewery tour at Guinness.
That's a lot of
So
fun.
yeah, looking forward to both of those.
It's a lot of
Um,
alcohol, Tyler.
it is a lot of alcohol. This
Oh
is not going
man,
to be good.
that sounds. Are you gonna have some corned beef and cabbage while you're over there?
I
Gonna
like
have some.
corned beef and cabbage. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, well, I hope you have a good time over there. Hope you learn a lot. Hope it's relaxing, and and as much as I hope for you, I hope for the team. I hope the jet lag is not something that we need to worry about. It
Yeah.
gets bad
Let's
when you're
let's
over
hope
there.
not. Let's
I
hope
went to
not.
the
Yeah.
I, I went to the UK for
Ugh.
work a little bit ago,
I went
and
9 years ago. It was horrible. Oh my gosh.
I went a little bit ago for work, and it came about 2 o'clock when I was in a meeting over there, and I like nearly fell asleep in the meeting, and I like shook myself awake, and I looked at the guy. I'm like, I need to go for a 15-minute walk. I'm sorry, it's not. I hope you can understand it's the jet lag. I cannot stay awake, and I was sick too. I
Oh
probably had
no.
COVID. I just didn't get tested. Like
Yeah.
it was literally leave work, go to the hotel, sleep, wake up, go back to work. I slept 12 hours a night.
Oh
It was,
jeez.
and the food over in that part of the country was horrendous. Except for
Yeah.
the Indian food was good, but the food was horrendous.
Yeah. UK food is absolutely horrible. It is horrid, bro. Dog.
Oh man.
Man. I I like you know where we're both from. I'm used to putting hot sauce on my fish, but I had to put vinegar on the fish. I'm like
Ugh.
on the fish and chips. I'm like, bro. I'm like, I can't be doing this. And like I had shepherd's pie when I was over there, and I didn't really like that either. I toughed through it, and yeah. But
So in that part of the UK, they had a gas station called Tesco. It's a lot like your Casey's or your Holiday or whatever.
yep, I've been to Tesco. Yeah.
And I went in there and they had like a meal deal thing. So I was like, okay, I'll get a meal deal. And they gave you these little sandwiches and then like chips and a drink. And I got a drink and the chips and they were fine. But like the sandwich, it was like this stale sub sandwich bread with thinly sliced turkey, this disgusting cheese, and a sauce on it, a squirt of sauce that did not match turkey and cheese. I was like, what is this?
Ew. Ew.
I was like, I'll eat. And it had sauce on it and it was still dry. I was just like, what?
Bro.
What am I eat? This is I mean, it will hold me over. I'm grateful for the food, but I was just like, how do people eat like this their entire life?
Bro, tell me why we went to go get went to go get like KFC. And you know KFC is known for the 11 herbs and spices. Tell me why when we got back to the house, we ate that chicken and have any of the 11 herbs and spices, man. I was so mad. I'm like, bro, this chicken tastes so bland.
Yeah, you can go back. I need 13 spices. This had -2.
Right, exactly.
But I don't know. I think that I should have went to like Toby's Carvery. Toby's Carvery is, they have like roast beef and all that. So like you need to go. You need to find the right places in the UK. There's some good places. You just need to find them.
Yeah.
The Indian food's delicious. I'm sure in Ireland you'll find some good spots.
Oh yeah, I'm actually excited for more of the Irish food, especially since it seems like a lot of their dishes are more potato based, and I love potatoes. So.
Oh yeah, get some toad in the hole, get some other stuff like that. I'm excited. You'll have to let me know how it's going. You'll have to let the Twitterverse know how it's going too.
I'll let the Twitterverse know.
Yep. Take a lot of pictures.
Taking a lot of pictures. I'm going to be doing a vlog through the Believe in Iowa State YouTube page, so I will update you guys. So stay tuned for that. But let's get into this too deep.
Enough about British food.
Sorry to our British viewers, whoever, if you guys are tuning in. Yeah, I don't like y'all's food. I'm sorry.
Oh man, you got to tell stories. You got to tell stories.
Yeah, we do gotta tell stories. I ain't like it.
Yeah,
but all right. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right. So here is a look at I believe we were talking pre-show, Eric, and I believe that the depth chart will probably be up sometime tomorrow or sometime this week.
Yeah,
but
sometime early this week.
Yeah, but there are some reports like Jake Brin who put out his projected 2 deep. Do you see anything that catches your eye on the offensive side?
Well, not really. I think this is probably what it will be. I could see either Damo for that wide receiver Z position. I think that could be anybody. I think we could see Brett Skildson. I think Eli Green, Carson Brown. I think even a Daniel Jackson could go in that spot. Dom Overby, he could be good enough to earn that spot. But I really think there's a bunch of guys who could, if they were there, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm surprised that he left out Daniel Jackson. Maybe Zay Robinson could sneak in there as a true freshman, but it's really the main guy who, it basically is like slotted in is Chase Soul. We probably wouldn't have brought him on this team if he wasn't going to be one of the guys. Right. He's performed very well in camp. He's one of the guys. As far as tight ends, yeah, that's probably right. For the F, you might see Keaton Roskett get in there with with Trip Walsh. But none of this really surprises me. I mean, even for the offensive line, That's kind of what I think. But when it comes down to it, for the offense, we're gonna rotate guys. We're gonna see who's doing well when the lights come on, who's playing well. The known commodities, the guys who are going to be the guys on offense. Your Carson Hansen, Ben Bramer, even Gabe Burkle and Chase Soul. They're listed as the starters. That's really who the offense is going to run through. It's going to run through Rocco, of course, too. He's the main man. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So, yeah, I don't really disagree with most of this. I don't really disagree with any of it. As far as surprises that we might see, it's really going to be, who's the Z.
All right.
I think Xavier Townsend, he's probably going to be the M. However, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody passes him. I wouldn't be surprised. It would be interesting. It would definitely, be intriguing, but shocked? No. So I think we have a lot of guys in camp who've really shown flashes. Even Brett Eskildson, he would be like the main guy who I would say. So, yeah. How about you? What do you think about the offense?
I mean, this is sort of what I was sort of intrigued by the F position with Tyler Moore. Getting the start. I know we were talking about. I know I heard reports about Keaton Roscoe maybe coming on in camp, so I was saying maybe he could get a start. But I know Tyler Moore has been when he's healthy, he has been very very productive at the F position. But basically everything else seems like, and of course we heard about Dom Overby all fall camp, so that's not really
Dog.
Yeah, he's a dog. So him at the Z, Eskildson, I think you might see some time from him at X. So I feel like, yeah, this is sort of what I expected offensively from these positions. So I just can't wait to see for how this offense does this year. All right, let's look defensively. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay. Hang on a moment. This is you can still hear me, right?
What do you say?
You can still hear me. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this is the most important thing for the whole entire season, what I'm about to talk about. The two areas where if we're going to go 8-4 or we're going to go back to Arlington are in two positions. One of them's on offense, one of them's on defense. The offense one is simple. If Rocco Becht, continues to progress, we have a great shot at going back to Arlington. If Rocco Becht is the dude, if he does, he had a great season last year. Obviously, he has some things he needs to work on. He had a great season last year. If he continues to play at that level, we have a really good shot to go back to Arlington. The other thing, which is a lot more unknown, is the defensive line.
Yeah.
I've said it before on podcasts, and I'll say it again. The most important position for college football is the defensive line. It's the most important. Not the quarterback, the defensive line. The defensive line dictates every part of the game. Every part of the game. Last year, Ohio State's defensive line, all the starters were drafted. One of the guys was drafted first round. Another guy was second round. One of the ends was, fourth round. Then I think another D tackle was fifth round. All of them got drafted. All of them. They won the national title. This year, one of the favorites to win the national title is Clemson. I would pick them to win the national title. I think they're going to roll through the ACC. They have two top 10 projected picks in the NFL draft next year on their defensive line. Both those guys are freaks. And they have a quarterback who's pushing Heisman caliber type player.
Mm-hmm.
If both those positions work out for them, I think that they would definitely win the ACC. And I think they have a real shot at winning the national championship. You look at those Georgia teams. Look at all the guys on those Georgia teams on that defensive line. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable talent when they had a guy like Stetson Bennett. Now, Stetson Bennett is a nice quarterback. They really did not have a premier running back, if I remember correctly, on those teams. They had Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers was
Yeah, they have
amazing.
Brock Bowers.
He might be the best tight end I've ever seen. But those Georgia teams were made up of their defense and especially their defensive line. It was unbelievable. And half of them are on the Philadelphia Eagles.
And look, they love drafting Georgia players, and it's worked out for them. So
yeah, exactly. The defensive line. I mean, you can really pull up any Alabama year that they wanted. You can pull up who was on their defensive line. I mean, even Auburn, when they won it, it was Cam Newton and Nick Fairley. The defensive line is the most important position in college football. What point am I getting to? We have some known commodities on our defensive line in Dominic Orange and Zamir Hawk. Whoever plays defensive end, if we get a good year out of them, that will dictate whether we are 8-4 team or possibly 12-0, going to the conference championship game, probably going to the playoff, even if we don't win it. Like, I don't know who's going to start. I would say that McDonough is going to be one of the guys who starts. Mm-hmm. The other guy, I have no idea. It could be Ike. I could see Malik Verdon's little brother getting the go. I have no idea. Yeah. I could see them putting Zamir Hawk out there. I could see them putting Elijah Carnell. I have no idea. I have no idea who it's going to be. I think it will probably be Ike. But I wouldn't be surprised whoever they put there. I do think that Dominic Orange and Zamir Hawk are the two middle guys. So, but yeah, I have no idea. As far as linebacker, I think that how I differ than Jake Brand, I would have Cale Braziner starting at middle linebacker. Caleb Bacon will be an outside guy. I think Will McLaughlin will also be a starter. But, hey, one guy that he's leaving off, and I totally think he's going to be in the 2 deep, is Carson Willick. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. And then, yeah, I mean, Cooper Ebel will be, he'll be running with the 2s, if not the 1s. But, yeah, Carson Willick needs to be in the 2 deep. He's a dog. When he was healthy, he was a dog.
He sure was.
As far as the defensive backs, for that second corner position, it's sounding like Trey Bell. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Benny. I wouldn't be surprised if it's David Coffey. Really, whoever's had a really good week this past week and leading up to the game is going to get the start. That's what I think. And it probably will likely be Trey Bell because it sounds like he's had a really good camp.
Yeah.
But John Tez obviously is going to start. As far as safety, I mean, this is also obviously it's going to be Jeremiah Cooper. He'll get one of the spots.
Oh, yeah.
I think Marcus Neal will be that middle star position. And then between Jameson Patton and Tayshaun James for that third spot. I would not be surprised if Kyjon Cummings-Coleman gets the nod, though. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog. I loved him when he was coming out of high school. I think he was great. There came a point where we lulled in his recruitment because we were looking at some other guys. But then we came back to him. He was a late commit. The whole time I was like, we need to go get this guy. This guy's a freak. And it took a little bit. Him and Marcus Neal kind of had a similar story. I loved both of them. And then we kind of, we're looking at other prospects. At the end of the cycle, we went back to them. They had great senior seasons. We went back to them. We re-offered them. They came onto the squad, and they've been dogs. I thought Kyjon would be a corner, but looks like he works out better in the safety position. the defensive side of the ball is the side that I'm really interested in. We know what we got in the offense. We know who the stars are. Defense, I have no idea, and we're probably going to rotate a lot of guys too. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of wild cards on this defense. Like you said, the only two that I know that we're gonna see are Zamir Hawk and Dominic Orange. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at the two deep for a weak side linebacker, Bo Goodwin being in the two deep is absolutely amazing. Um, he must have had a really good fall camp. Bo Goodwin
Mm-hmm.
had played well in his time when he came in because really with all these linebackers, we have depth at this position. This is the position, at least on defense, I think for me, that has the most depth. You have Caleb Bacon, and I have a feeling that we're going to see Zach Lovett probably in certain situations if they're trying to spy
Mm-hmm.
Avery Johnson. So that's interesting to me. Like you said, Kilberzina. I think Kilberzina probably will be starting by the middle of the year. Um, and then our guy Drew Sturgis, who played well in 2023. Now he's in the two deep, at least according to Jake Brenz, in 2025. So Drew Sturgis maybe being at that star position, getting some time there. Marcus Neal being the starter. JMO getting the start over Tayshawn James. I think at the safety positions, I think we're gonna end up seeing all these guys play at some point. I don't know if these are going to be the only person I really see is like Jeremiah Cooper, unless his play goes down to once the catch on comes coming. So I'm really really excited. We have a lot of depth on defense,
The,
and it's going to be interesting to see. What I really want to see. Oh, go ahead.
the thing I really want to see, and hopefully I'm not stealing your thunder here. I don't want to see the starter get an or. And this is a
Right,
gripe for me. If we decide to do that, then in Matt Campbell we trust. I want there to be a guy. I don't want to be, we're going in the first game playing patty cake. And this is my preference. I don't want to be going in the first game playing patty cake going, okay, we don't know exactly who the starter is. Yeah, they're all dogs. They're all
right,
freaks. But we need a guy. The guy needs to walk in being, I'm the alpha dog. I'm the starter. It's my time to shine. I don't want to see, I'm going to be critical here. The way that the 2022 season was handled at the running back was just not going to work. Now,
yep,
Jirel Brock got hurt, so we didn't know like who the backup was. But playing around with who's the guy, who's going to play this game was really confusing. Was it Deion Silas? Or was it, Cartavius Norton when he was healthy? Or was it Eli Sanders? Or was it Jirel? It was really confusing, and we didn't allow for the cream to rise to the top because we kept shaking the jar.
right.
In as far as the linebackers last year, we were just trying to string it together, so it's a little different. But we saw that we had a bunch of dogs on this team. But I want guys going to the game. This is my preference. I want guys going to the game knowing I'm the guy. It's resting on my shoulders today. It's time to play, and not getting worried about, oh, am I coming out of the game now or what? No, no. That's just my preference. I want guys to know they're the guys. I want, the second stringer to know that he's the second stringer.
Right.
And then, we play the rest of the guys when they get an opportunity to, or when we need them, or when we need somebody to rest up, or somebody else gets hurt or whatnot. But yeah, I really don't want to, especially on the defensive end, I want some confidence knowing this is the guy. He's the guy. So he's going to go into Ireland and let everybody know. I think McDonough, it's going to take me a couple weeks to learn how to say his name. I think McDonough is the guy, but
Yeah.
I think that we could even see Miles Mendezoon get some snaps.
Yeah, that's true
So
because I don't see Miles on here. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I
this
think that
Tonito McDonough.
I really don't know who's good. Like the defensive end is the most critical position this year of like
Yes.
who's the guy, and it's one of the most important. So
Well, yeah, and we covered this on the last episode on Thursday's episode, Eric, where we were talking about we were wrapping up the press conference when Haycock said he said that he believed they were playing a bunch of defenses and not playing defenses. Obviously, now that's what happens when you have a when you're decimated at a position.
mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah, you got to stay healthy. You know, you hope to stay healthy, but you also need to have the guy. Dominic Orange is the guy. He knows when he straps up. It's time to play. It's going to rest on my shoulders today. We need some other guys to know that, and this is personal preference and whatnot. But you know, they need. It's part of that alpha dog mentality. They have to know that today's the day. I'm going to get a crack at it. So, yep.
yeah,
Do you have any more final thoughts, Tyler, on those? That depth chart?
no. I just feel like that's probably what we're gonna see on the close to what we're gonna see on the official depth chart. So yeah,
I the Ireland game I think rests on can we get separation for Ben Bramer and can we get him the ball
yep,
and have him work some magic because I don't Ben Bramer's the one guy on this entire roster that I don't think any team has an answer for. I think
I
people have
agree.
an answer for, I think people can load up against Dom Orange. You kind of have to waste some linemen on him, but I think that you could load up on him. I think that, there's some other guys. John Tez is hard to, scheme against, but you just put another wide receiver on the other side of the field. Yeah. There's nothing you can do about Ben Bramer. He's a freak.
He's a
Absolute freak.
mismatch. Yeah, he's a freak and he's a mismatch for a defense, especially when you have a tight
Absolutely.
end that can run like a receiver. Like, what are you gonna do?
Just get him the ball. It's going to be
Yeah, get
good.
him the ball. I said even in the previous show that he's going to be the X factor in the game. So
He's absolutely the X factor in the game. I didn't even know you said that, but it's like if we can get him the ball downfield, it's who's gonna cover him? Who?
yeah,
No cover him.
nobody's covering him. I'm telling you that now. Nobody's covering him.
There's one guy in all of college football who can cover him, who might have a chance to cover him, and that's DJ Pickett at LSU, and he's a 6'5" cornerback. It's the only guy that could cover him, maybe. And we're not playing LSU. Maybe in the playoff.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway.
All right. So we are concluding. We're concluding with that. Do you have anything else that you want to discuss, Eric?
Sure, yeah, we can talk about some recruiting. Just kind of an overview for the 2026 class as we're kind of getting that point in 2026 class where we're wrapping up the final loose ends before signing day in December. I mean, it's 4 months away, but still, we've got a full class this year. This class, it might be one of the best classes that Iowa State has ever signed. And I know I've said that a lot, but as we've gone on every year, the classes just keep getting better and better with better talent. While Matt Campbell proves to these recruits that he's not leaving and he can win here and he is winning here, more recruits will come.
Right.
We've talked about the wide receivers before and Mylan Paris and Jeff Roberts and all that. Some other areas that I wanted, to focus on for the 2026 class. I think we have a absolute stellar group of defensive backs that are coming in. And I really like the defensive linemen that we're bringing in. Some of the defensive backs would be like Tyrell Chapman,
Yeah.
6'2", blazing speed. He's like a 10-700 meter dash.
Oh
Just
wow.
incredible talent. He has the ability to play safety or cornerback, just super fast. He plays, both ways for his team in Omaha. Or I think no, he's in Lincoln, excuse me. Just a really, really solid player, great player. We never really used to get players like him.
Not at all.
Outstanding talent. And talking about another guy from two other guys from Nebraska in the defensive backfield is Caprice Keith. He's one of your lockdown cornerbacks. He reminds me a lot of TJ Tampa. Gonna be a ball hawk, big physical body, 6'3", cousin of Brees Hall. I think his father played college football, and professional football. Like, this is really like a really big time athlete, and I'm excited to get him. I know that Iowa State was on him for years and got his commitment earlier on this year. And then, we got guys like Bryson Williams, who's a 6'4" safety out of Omaha as well. But he
I love
also
that
runs a
size.
10-8 100-meter dash. So, like, I don't know. Does he want to play tight end? Does he want to play both ways? If we
Shoot,
get
might
our
as
own
well.
version of Travis, get another Travis Hunter out here. I mean, just he's a ball hawk. He hits hard. Like, if you made a safety prospect in the lab for Iowa State, it would be Bryson Williams, and probably also I would talk about Tyrell Chapman as well. We got some really, really special players in the defensive backfield. And then we got another guy, Josiah Zayas. I might be butchering that name, but he's out of New Jersey. He's cornerback. Reminds me a lot of John Tez. Just a ball hawk, physical guy, bigger body. He's about 6'2", but bigger body, able to pick the ball up. I mean, all four of these guys are really special talents. There used to be guys that we got as DBs who were like 5'9", 5'10", and you're just kind of wondering, are they athletic enough to play in the Big 12? Are they big enough to play in the Big 12? What, do they have the coverage skills to play in the Big 12? Where are the big plays? All that kind of stuff. And that kind of changed when we got the Bo Freelers and Jeremiah Coopers, where you're like, oh, those guys got the athleticism. Those guys got the size. And now we're bringing in guys like this class that is really, these guys are special. And I can't wait till they get to Ames. And then you look at, the defensive line prospects that we got. A guy like Daniel Howard, 6'3", 270 pounds, out of Chicago, Lane Tech, to be precise. Then Bryson Wessel, who I absolutely love, defensive lineman out of Missouri, Jackson, Missouri, 6'5", 260 pounds. I mean, these guys are absolutely studs, just absolute studs. And then another guy, Ajibola Afoye. Like, all three of these guys are really special, really good at getting to the quarterback, really good in the rush defense. I love Bryson Wessel. I love Daniel Howard. Afoye, I need to learn a little bit more about Afoye, but these guys, we used to get one guy like this maybe every class, and now every guy that we're bringing in is really top level recruits. Mix that in with John Haycock and Matt Campbell, and we have a shot at going to Arlington every single year. I can't wait, Tyler. I can't wait for kickoff. We got 6 days.
We got 6 days, man. Um, Thank you for that recruiting update, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait, Eric. Uh, it's gonna be great, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But with that, we are going to end tonight's show. Thank you guys for joining us for the Sunday evening edition of the Believe in Iowa State podcast. We are going to be with you next Sunday afternoon. This Look for the recording next week probably will be out around Tuesday because I will still be in Ireland. So we're probably going to be recording that episode through my phone. It's still going to be live streamed on the episode, but we are going to be breaking down the action from Saturday. So stay tuned around, and probably if you're watching from Ireland, it's probably going to be around 10 p.m. Ireland time, 4 p.m. Stateside time. So stay tuned for that Sunday. Um, and for everybody who is going to the game, hopefully you get there. I hope you get there safely. And if you see me, come and say hi. Um, but a few things before we end the show. Oh, also, one thing I forgot to say: make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast.
Absolutely.
We're an up and coming pod. We want we want the smoke. We want to be in that algorithm. So like, subscribe to everybody that you know, Pookie and all them. Yeah, to everybody. But a few things before we go. That is not what I wanted to say. Sorry about that. Believe in Iowa State is a top 15 sports podcast in the state of Iowa and also a top 40 most listened to podcast overall in the state of Iowa. So we're thankful for FeedSpot for nominating us for that. We love our state of Iowa listeners more than you'll ever know. Find Cody on Twitter at Matt Campbell Impersonator. You can also find me on Twitter at SideTie Guy. Watch for me because I think I might be going to SmackDown on the SmackDown show on Friday. So I
Oh,
will be
really?
vlogging. Yeah, I will be vlogging that.
That's in Dublin?
Yeah,
No way.
actually they're doing, yeah. So the Big 12 conference and WWE partnered. So they're gonna have a certain SmackDown events the Friday before each
Oh,
game, and one of the SmackDown events is in Dublin. So there's going to
that's
have that
sweet.
one, and then yeah, and one of the other ones is going to be at the night before the Cincinnati game in Cincinnati. So I'll be probably going to be going to that one too. So yeah, cool stuff. And lastly, follow us on social media: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and also Twitch. Twitch at Believe in ISU 2025. All right, with
And
all that info, yes.
also if you're going to Ireland, just remember, be safe travels, be smart as well. But I hope you have a great time. This should be a great trip. Even no matter what happens with the outcome of the football game, I hope it's a special vacation that you go on and yeah, share some photos,
Yeah,
tag us
share
in them,
some
tag
photos.
tag Believe in Iowa State, tag Tyler, and would love to see him.
Yes, yeah. Whatever if you're watching this, tag the pod page with all the pictures that you have, and yeah, also tag me. I'd love to see your pictures. I'd love to meet you in person, have a beverage with you. I'm a pretty friendly person. So
I'm sure there'll be a lot at the Guinness tour. I'm sure there'll be a
oh
lot of
yeah,
people
I
going to the
think
Guinness
I
tour.
think everybody's going to the Guinness tour on Thursday.
Everybody goes to the Guinness tour. So I'm sure half your trip, half the Guinness tour will be people in Iowa State shirts.
Yeah, you're not lying.
So
You ain't lying.
yeah,
All right,
it's
guys.
gonna be a great time. It's this yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. It's all good, bro. I appreciate it. So for Tyler Carter,
I'm Eric Hessen.
this is the Believe in Iowa State podcast. Roll clones, baby.
Go Cyclones.